right, Battletech fans, we are back with yet another edition of Before the Fight. We got Rally. She's making a return. Say hello.
Hi.
Yeah, we all know her. We all love her. She's back. But this time, it's personal, baby, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, we
You've accepted my batch-all.
That's right. How could I refuse? And so I feel like it's interesting. This is going to be an interesting Before the Fight because I was just saying to you a moment ago that we've already gotten all that getting to know you chit-chat out of the way, haven't we?
Yeah.
And normally what we do with these is we set this up by how did you get into Battletech, or what's your favorite thing about just, softball stuff. That's pretty easy, but I can roll with that from there. But in this instance, that is all done. We can just put a little thing up on the screen and you can go watch that one if that's the one you want to see. Today, we're going to talk about this game that we got coming up that we,
oh man, I'm excited.
Is heading out to St. Louis, baby. I haven't had the chance to be there to shoot. I've gone there for pleasure, but I've never gone there for business. So this is kind of interesting for me. But so tell us a little bit about this. What are we doing?
Oh man, so we've got a really cool map set up for this challenge. I've been working for the last couple weeks. Ever since you told me you were headed this way, I've been painting up terrain, and we've got a bunch of really cool Hextech buildings to fill up the battlefield with.
I'm gonna put some of it up on the screen.
Oh yes. So this is all based off of the Alien Worlds maps. As soon as I saw them, I just fell in love with the creativity and the color, like the bright, vivid colors, and I thought it was a perfect place to try out my new Jade Falcons, all the Ill Clan technology.
And speaking of Jade Falcons, these guys are gnarly. I mean, I'm going to put the forces up on the screen here so everybody can see exactly what we got going on. But tell me this is not a fight that is worthy of a season finale.
Oh, this is the big boys. This is going to be brutality at its finest, and I cannot wait. I have never, ever run a battle of this high BV value before. So
Me either.
Is completely... I got to imagine it's going to be... just a bullet fest of slaughter and mayhem, the likes of which I have not seen yet.
See, and all my friends will tell you, like, if you're going to give me a certain amount of battle value, they're like, keep it low. The lower, the more challenging it's going to be for him to, figure out what he's going to take. And so every time when we've done the previous batch-alls, everybody's just been like, keep it low, keep it as low as possible. You just put this all out on my plate, 20,000 BV. I'm just like,
yes, all the way. I'm getting to field stuff that ever since I got my hands on the Turkina, I've wanted to put it in a list, but that thing is like 3K plus BV on its own, especially if you've got elite pilots in there. I've got the Shrike, the Hyro Falcon, all of these iconic Jade Falcon, Dark Ages Ill Clan stuff that I'm just so excited to take. It looks so beefy.
I was gonna say a more Jade Falcon force you'll never see on this show. This is, and I gotta admit, I'm a Jade Falcon fan. I'm rocking the shirt, But this time I thought, okay, we're gonna do that. You're gonna play the Falcons. I don't want to take, because I always usually just default to, if you've taken my chosen clan, I'll take the Ghost Bears because they're my second. They're like a photo finish, very close. So, as they would say in Futurama, a quantum finish, and. So I usually just default to that. But I was like, so this time I don't want to do that. I want to do something different. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to take their hated rivals, Clan Wolf. And I have to throw this out to you because this is really cool as a feeling. I've never had anybody do this one to me before. Oh. You threw me a curveball, girl. Like, really? You put some stuff on the screen. I was like, excuse me, what? Because I knew what they were just looking at them, and I'm like, huh.
Oh yeah,
like that was
there's a lot of nasty on, and I've seen your list too. That thing looks pretty scary. So it's not going to be a one-sided fight for sure.
Oh, well, you never know. You get that lucky, PPC to the face. But but like this list was a challenge to put together because I'll tell the folks at home, and I'll tell you just as anybody else, I have next to no knowledge of Dark Age, Ill Clan, Jihad stuff. Like, my play usually ends at 30-70, and I am very content to just play in the sandbox of, Succession Wars to end of FedCom Civil War type thing.
And that's what I grew up with, and that's what I know. But the local group and the guys running the Merc campaigns in our store, they've been pushing us to kind of learn all the new Ill Clan technology, and it's just been so cool. There is so much.
So y'all are out there on the bleeding edge.
Oh yeah.
So tell me about that.
Well, I've learned to fear Hag 40s, that's for sure. And I'm glad you didn't take
Because I took a drink.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't take the Ghost Bears, because they have a Marauder 2 with 2 Hag 40s on it, and I've never seen 70-ton mech disappear in the first round of shooting. But I still get nightmares from it.
Oh,
so
sure.
I'm glad you're taking wolves.
So you're telling me you've got this community out there, right? That's just like all bleeding edge. They're doing the current stuff. That's what they're going through right now. That's your meta.
So
tell me about them.
So we've got this store, Game Night, and the owner, Walker, is a huge Battletech fan. And here in St. Louis, we do everything big. We've got a huge Battletech community, alive and well, growing, new members all the time. We're running campaigns every other weekend. We've got a Solaris match coming up this weekend that you'll get to see. We regularly outnumber the GW guys in this store. There's like 25 of us on a given Saturday. Battletech is not just alive or surviving, it is growing. It is this amazing thing to see all these people coming in and, oh, Rally, look at, the mechs that I painted up, and this is so cool, and we got all this new stuff, and everybody, clamoring for the force packs and stuff as they come back in.
Sure.
I love to see it.
See, and that's such a stark contrast to, what some other folks say was where they can't find, a player in their area or whatever. So let me ask you this. What is it you think that makes St. Louis so special, that attracts so many Battletech players, whereas you could go to maybe to the next town over and not find anybody?
I got to imagine that part of it, and a big part of it, is just how friendly everybody is here. They're inviting to new players. When I started out, they just loved teaching people this game. They want to get more people in, and that attitude has caused the whole community to just blow up, and it's so cool. Every one of the guys running these events, the organizers, the owner, they just do a phenomenal job of bringing the Battletech universe to life for everybody. And like you say, Battletech is for everybody. These guys are the epitome of that welcoming community attitude. Because
when you said you do it big, that made my nerdy little heart explode, because I've always looked at Battletech like wrestling. It's real life, but turned up to 12, and you pull off and off.
Yeah.
And everything is big, and you got to do it all big, and it's got to all be, it doesn't have to be ridiculous, but at the same time, it could border on, as long as it's executed well, it's great. When it's good, it's good.
Oh yeah, we've got some really great storytellers, and when you're running a Merc campaign, you can really bring your own characters, your mech warrior, to life with these unique paint jobs and all these cool things people are doing. It's so cool to see. Oh yeah, and like you see that at a table of 15 guys. When someone gets that headshot against the big bad, everybody cheers. And patting backs, and we've got MVPs at the end of sessions, and it's just so cool.
You took a lot of heavy inspiration from these Alien Worlds maps, right?
Oh yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that, because I've seen some pictures, and I'm gonna pop some stuff up. It's so cool, y'all. It is so awesome. I want to hear about it.
I went kind of all out with the really cool Hextech Terrain. I wanted it to be really visual and to pop out at the screen when it hits the episode. But you've got these bright colors, these fungus forests, these fantastical, strange landscapes of purples and blues. And in the midst of it all is, rising high as these crazy-looking sci-fi buildings. Just dotting the whole landscape of the battlefield.
Oh my god!
It is gonna be
out at you.
Epic.
No joke.
In every way.
that terrain, all that building stuff, like, I love my Deathray design stuff. Don't get me wrong. And like the papercraft stuff that I built with my own hands. But I saw that, and there's just that 13-year-old kid inside me going, oh, that's such a great look. Like, yeah. And I've never seen anything like it. We've never had anything like it on the show.
I definitely tapped into that, like, 13-year-old, all the classic sci-fi stuff that I remember growing up. Even Battletalk, the Turkina was one of the first little metal miniatures that I owned back in the day. Before I ever got to play at all, I just had the one miniature, and I had 2 paints that I could paint it up with.
Sure.
And so this is really gonna come full circle for me.
Oh yeah, it's a big evolution there. It's they kind of dovetail, don't they? The ends of them, they rhyme, like George Lucas used to say. One thing I think is cool is kind of like, because you had taken all this Alien Worlds inspiration, right? I'm like, okay, that's cool. We have these forces that are ill-planned era, so technically we could, if we wanted to, fight a battle for Terra. And I've never done anything like that, anything with that kind of scale. And I was like, okay, we can still take all this stuff and just imagine what kind of things might be growing on planet Earth in the 32nd century.
Yeah, who knows?
Like planet Earth's not going to look like it is outside your door. Exactly. And so I'm really digging that. I'm just like, okay, we have this futuristic base. We have all this like wild futuristic terrain and insofar as like the mushrooms and things like that. And then you just take these giant robots and go, and you slap them right in the middle of it and go, get after it.
Yeah, everything is at 200% for this battle. Every part of it is going to be epic, and I'm so hyped right now.
Oh, and I was just saying, this being the finale battle, we're shooting this at the end of March, and I have no clue when this is going to air. So that just goes to show you how far ahead, like, I'm shooting this
That's
stuff.
How cutting edge it is right there.
Yeah, baby. So I'll tell you this, when I was looking through what stuff I wanted to rock, I was just like, okay, well, everybody that knows me knows, like, the Direwolf A is just like, I love it.
Yeah.
I can't, but even that, which is just a ridiculous murder platform, when you're looking at, some of these other guys like the Shrike or the Turkina, you just go, but is it though? And so I had to go through and I'm like, what am I going to augment that with? And legitimately, the only thing that popped into my head is, I know this mech is really powerful, is the Blood Asp. And so I was like, Blood Asp. Okay. I know that one. Let me go through. And I found one that I liked. And it turned out that I had made an entire configuration of nothing but alpha chassis. Yeah. I was like, it's the A-Team.
Nice.
But okay, the question I wanted to ask you, what my MVPs in this are? What do you think is going to be like your most valuable player?
Oh man, I mean, you talk about the Shrike being nasty. I've got so much. Just this list is aggression, just pure aggression. We've got
it's Jade Falcon to the core.
Yeah, exactly. The Hierofalcon B is just SRMs and hatred coming at you as fast as possible. Also, everything's got jump jets, except for the Thor 2, which is just a murder machine in its own right with an Ultra AC-20, which I can't wait to double tap that. You better watch out. Right. But, there's so much SRMs. There's the Turkina B, which is just a laser boat with targeting computers on it.
Pulse laser lights, disco death show.
Yeah.
That thing is.
My beautiful murder toad. I love it.
See, when it comes to the Hierofalcon, I put the Mongrel against it, and I know that there's some folks that are going to watch this and go, why did you stick a 2-gunner in the Mongrel? And the reason why is I looked at that thing and I thought, okay, well, I have no idea. I've never seen this thing up really in full detail up until I looked at it right then. And I was like, okay, it's a lot of short range stuff. So the only thing I can think of is let me put a bunch of long range stuff on this guy because clan LRMs are stupid and don't have minimum ranges. So I was like,
those are melee LRMs.
Yeah, right. I was like, this guy gets up close, I can still shoot him, but maybe if I'm lucky, I can throw some pepper, on the way in, so that by the time we get up into this ridiculous short range weaponry, loadout, I'll have done some damage already. And with the direwolf, I'm thinking I want to take that guy against the Shrike. And I look at it just like, hope you survive, buddy. Like,
yeah, the Shrike is deadly at any range. I cannot wait to see how it performs on the battlefield, because every mech in this fight looks just disgusting. Like, if I saw them on the battlefield and I was a merc, I would be running the other way for sure.
Oh God. So when it comes to these guys, have you gotten the opportunity to play with them a lot?
I've gotten to play piecemeal with some of them. The Hyro Falcon B was pretty disgusting. I loved it. Now, my problem is going to be tempering that aggression that they are so well suited to with a little bit of battlefield wisdom, because I do have a tendency to kind of rush in a little bit faster than I should. So having to face your big guns on the way in is going to be a real challenge for this list, and I think it'll be really exciting to see it play out.
Because I know with everything that I've chosen, I'm intimately familiar with it. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't used it in this combination before, but I have used each and every one of these extensively, and so it's kind of an interesting fight for me, because normally when somebody is sitting across the table from me, I know by looking what it is. I just, okay, that's a blah, 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 it does this, or that's a blah, 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 it goes like that. And if I'm ever not sure, I have no qualms about being like, can I see your sheet? I tell people on this show all the time, look at the sheets.
Oh, yeah.
But, so this is going to be weird, because I'm going to be sitting there going, I can't remember what that does. Can I see it again, please?
At least in that regard, we're in the same boat, because I bought all these miniatures right before the game, so I'm going to have them painted up just on time, and they'll be new to both of us for the most part.
See, because I was like, okay, maybe I might not be so bad if you hadn't used a lot of them extensively before. I might be like, okay, maybe I can ride the learning curve and get lucky there. But I want to throw this out like big time, props, because you got all this stuff done in like almost an inhuman amount of time. Like, to me, I just go, if I had all that work thrown on my table, I don't know what I would do with myself.
I've been putting in some hours for sure, but it's been so much fun, because I've just gotten to like just dig in and really make the last couple weeks all about Battletech, which you don't have to try too hard to convince me.
Same, like that's most of my days anymore.
But yeah, this will be a fun match for sure, and then I get to show you around St. Louis just a little bit while you're in town. I can't wait.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave you on that note, since that's a positive note to leave on. Rally, it's been so good having you back. I am so pumped for this, man. It's going to be great. I'm looking very forward to it. I hope that you have as much fun as I'm fixing to have.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us one more time. We'll see you next time, and I'll see you soon.
Oh, yeah. Take care.
Be sure to smash our like button and subscribe to our channel.
Crowdfunding is when lots of people give you small amounts of money to help your passion project come to life.